There is a feeling that consumes your mind and sometimes weighs on your heart. Perhaps you wonder why this particular person remains, unexplained and deeply, in your thoughts, even though there have been so many intersections in your life. It's as if an invisible thread is pulling your attention, bringing back memories, questions, and even a pang of longing that doesn't always make sense. And with every silence, every attempt to move forward, there's a whisper in the background, a voice that says there is still something to be found, something you cannot ignore. But doubts persist, and it's exhausting not finding answers. You find yourself asking, is this intense connection really intentional? Is everything you feel just an echo in your own heart? Or is there actually a greater plan behind this bond? What if I told you that there is a truth, a profound revelation that the angels are ready to give you, something that can answer all these mind-boggling questions? This truth is more than relief. It's a way to finally understand, to leave the heart at peace, to accept what is and what could be. Now imagine that every step so far has been guided, that nothing, absolutely nothing, is a coincidence. And what you uncover through the message of the angels is something that has the power to change everything, to transform the way you see this person, this story, and above all, your own path. To receive all this and ensure that you are always connected to these spiritual truths, where every detail is revealed at the right time, sign up for the channel now. By doing this, you are not just clicking a button, you are embracing this opportunity for clarity and healing that the universe offers you. This decision, this simple act, is a commitment to being willing to understand, receive, and walk side by side with the manifestations of angels. Press the registration button now and affirm to yourself, I accept the answers that the universe wants to give me. I am ready to understand the truth. Do not let this opportunity pass you by. Be part of this journey where love, truth, and spirituality are your guides. Click now, register, and be ready to live in the peace and clarity that only the divine can bring to your heart. Today the angels bring a message that touches your heart deeply and may answer something you feel in the depths of your soul. Sometimes the universe places someone on our path in an incomprehensible way, bringing with it a storm of emotions, changes, and a connection that defies all logic. This is the situation with this person who continues to appear in your mind, bringing with them an irresistible force and a strong presence, even as you try to resist or overlook your feelings. But this meeting has a greater purpose, and the angels want you to know, God has placed both of you on each other's path with such deep intention that when it is revealed, it will leave this person deeply moved and you even more aware of the purpose you both have. This person has always somehow felt a pull that goes beyond the surface, as if an invisible force is drawing them towards you, even though they don't always understand why. At some point, maybe you too have asked yourself, why can't I get this person out of my mind? Or why do I feel like there's something greater here, even though everything seems uncertain? This feeling is not in vain. God has set a special purpose between you, something that transcends ordinary understanding and can, at the right moment, change lives. And now this person begins to understand those divine reasons that brought them to you, and the depth of this understanding touches their heart in an unexpected way. Imagine that the encounters, gazes, and conversations you have shared so far have not been coincidences, but something much greater. Between you, there is an almost mystical force, a harmony that awakens internal changes, stirs fears, and at the same time ignites hope for something real and profound. The angels reveal that this person feels something unique when being with you, something that challenges all rational explanations and unconsciously has sparked in them a quest for answers, meaning, as if they need to understand why you are in their life. They may have even tried to avoid this feeling, distance themselves, or come up with excuses to escape, but the more they resist, the clearer becomes the existence of the connection between you. Angels reveal that behind every smile, every gesture lies a disclosure that begins to emerge in this person's heart. He feels that you make him see the world in a different way, as if your presence illuminates parts of his soul that were dormant. He may have never shared this with you, but the truth is, you are like a mirror to him, a reflection of light, hope, and even challenges that he must confront and grow to become a better person. This person has strongly and silently felt that you bring a message from God, something that compels him to face old fears, uncertainties, and even long-standing obstacles that have limited him for a long time. The impact of this discovery changes his inner being. At certain moments, he may feel an incomprehensible peace by your side, as if everything is finally falling into place. At other times, the fear of losing this connection or the inability to reciprocate feelings can be almost paralyzing. This duality reflects how profound a matter God has placed between you. It is not something he can immediately understand or control, as it intertwines spiritual and emotional dimensions that surpass human comprehension. Angels are by his side now, whispering into his heart, so he would understand that this journey alongside you is not just a coincidence, but rather a mission, something both of you chose before coming here. This person, who may have always maintained a rational and safe attitude, now realizes being defenseless in the face of what they feel. They notice that nothing in their life prepared them for this intensity, and it makes them question everything that used to be certain. You are like a flame that awakens, illuminates, and reveals the hidden places of your heart. And at the same time, you are someone who inspires trust, someone whom God has placed on your path to show that true love, the one that transforms, is real and possible. Now, with the help of angels, they begin to see beneath the surface, to realize how sacred and healing this connection is, how it is meant to heal and transform every single detail of their existence. The angels show that this discovery has been revealing to them, a truth that settles quietly and gradually at the edge of their being, touching their core. Gradually, they understand that by their side is not just an ordinary person, but someone who carries the mission to awaken something greater, a new phase of learning and love. Their presence stirs in them a deep desire to change, to be better, to open up to possibilities that once seemed distant. They find themselves facing fears and barriers that felt insurmountable, but now, in front of your light, begin to lose their power. However, most surprisingly, amidst these feelings, this person feels challenged to open their heart, to surrender to that true love, the one that heals, accepts, and is guided by something divine. It is not an easy journey for them, as it requires courage to confront their shadows, to admit how strong and real this connection is. The angels encourage them to take a step towards you, to allow love to flow without fear, because they know that the love you bring can change their life in ways they had never imagined. This first message from the angels confirms something you already feel. This person is undergoing a profound transformation, where they begin to see that you are not just a passing love, but a gift from God, a being meant to touch and illuminate their life. It's as if light is finally spreading, revealing the true purpose of this encounter. Your challenge is to keep your heart open, knowing that your role in their life is important, and with patience and faith, this connection will only strengthen, as the angels continue to guide you on the path of love and self-discovery. Now this person begins to face something they never imagined experiencing. It is a spiritual awakening that challenges all their certainties, an inner journey where every thought, every feeling, and every memory lead them back to you. The angels show that as they reflect on your impact on their life, something deep begins to be revealed. They realize that despite doubts and fears, the feeling they have towards you is different from any previous experience. It is not a fleeting passion or a connection that fades over time. It is something enduring, something that stays alive, despite all obstacles. This awakening they experience is a divine call to delve into their own being, to discover the true value of love and surrender. Every moment they face strong emotions, an almost irresistible need to be by your side, to share their life with you. Even though they cannot explain or rationalize, they feel that your presence brings peace, healing, and a love that surpasses everything they have felt before. And as this realization grows, something in their heart begins to change, accepting the idea that you did not meet by chance, but for a greater reason, guided carefully by heavenly forces. Angels reveal that he is in a deep phase of self-exploration, where every memory of you is like a piece of a puzzle that he must put together to understand why you are so essential. He looks back and realizes that since you came into his life, nothing has been the same. There was stability, there was routine, but you brought along intensity, a new way of seeing the world, which made him question everything he thought he knew about love and relationships. This inner movement makes him confused and curious at the same time, wanting to unravel all the meanings behind the encounter. As he walks this path, the angels are always by his side, offering signs, messages, and even synchronicities that reinforce how special you are. Do you know that moment when he thinks of you and suddenly something happens that reminds him of your presence? It could be a piece of music, a phrase someone says, or even a dream where you appear as a guide, a lighthouse in the midst of uncertainties. These signs are not coincidences. They are direct messages from the angels, showing that this connection is blessed, divinely guided, and that it has a deep purpose to be discovered and lived together. On the other hand, this person also feels the weight of responsibility. He understands that to fully experience this love, he must let go of old patterns, limiting beliefs, and even the fears he has carried throughout his life. The angels indicate that he is in an internal struggle, trying to reconcile his desire to surrender to what he feels, and his fear of losing control, of becoming vulnerable in front of you. This vulnerability, although scary, is precisely what brings him closer to the truth, to genuine love, which we only experience when we allow ourselves to be our true selves, without masks or shields. Your presence encourages him to be more honest, reconnecting with the purest of his heart. You inspire him to look inward, reflect on his choices, and understand that by your side he can be his true self. The angels indicate that this transformation you bring about in him is not just a superficial change. It is a spiritual rebirth where he begins to understand that love is more than just a feeling. It is a power that heals, liberates, and above all, enlightens the soul. Yet, this journey is not easy. Often he may feel lost, questioning if he is truly ready to live this love. At times, the fear of surrender is so strong that he may try to withdraw, find reasons to deny his feelings, as if it were safer. But ultimately, the angels show that this resistance is just a temporary defense mechanism, a way to protect his heart from something he does not yet fully understand. For the truth is, the love he feels for you is real, powerful, and transformative, and it scares him as much as it draws him in. At this stage, the angels step in, whispering to his heart to dare to take the next step, to let this love flourish, despite doubts and fears. They want him to understand that you are a divine gift, someone who has come to change his life and help him grow in ways he never imagined. Over time, the angels will help him understand that this connection is a gift, something he cannot and should not ignore, as it represents a rare opportunity to experience true love, a love so deep that it transcends the boundaries of time and space. And now, as he opens up to this truth, something exceptional begins to happen. His own transformation starts to reflect in the surrounding world. His loved ones begin to notice subtle changes in his behavior, his gaze, and even his attitudes. He starts to see life differently, to appreciate simple moments, and to seek inner peace that he had never felt before. That peace you bring along is something he has never experienced, a sense of fulfillment that makes him wish to be a better person, capable of loving unconditionally and without fear. The angels ask you to keep your heart open, for this journey is just beginning. He still needs time to digest all that he feels, to understand what true loving in such a powerful and authentic way truly means. But as you progress on the path, you will witness his transformation, see how the love between you can heal old wounds, dispel uncertainties, and open doors to a new phase where you can walk together, with light hearts and souls at peace. This is the path that the angels are preparing for you, a path where love is the force that guides every step, illuminates every choice, and brings the courage to face any obstacle. And as this person comes closer to this truth, you will see that all difficulties, all challenges, and all moments of doubt were necessary for both to achieve emotional and spiritual maturity to live this love to its fullest. As time passes, this person begins to understand that every detail, every glance, and every word exchanged between you serves a greater purpose. What once seemed only a strong attraction or an incomprehensible connection now reveals itself as an essential part of a quietly unfolding divine plan. Angels indicate that as he reflects on his feelings, he realizes that your presence has brought light to perspectives on life that he had overlooked or avoided due to fear or uncertainty. This revelation begins to penetrate his mind and heart with a force unlike anything he has ever experienced. He starts to comprehend that you represent something much greater than mere company. You are a mirror to his soul, someone whom God has placed in his path to help illuminate his shadows and show him a new way to see the world and himself. The angels whisper that this person is in a process of discovery, where every day he notices that you have the power to soothe his pains, ignite a spark of hope, and awaken the desire to be a better person. Your way of dealing with situations, your essence, and even your lightness in facing challenges inspire in him the desire to open up, to finally heal the wounds he has carried for so long that you bring with you. However, this healing is a gradual process, where every emotion that arises reveals a new perspective on his journey. At times, this person feels drawn to get closer, to fully open up and share all that he feels. But then, an almost paralyzing fear makes him retreat, and he goes back to protecting himself, erecting walls that had kept him safe for so long. Angels reveal that this cycle of approaching and distancing is part of a learning process he must go through. It's as if he is challenged to trust, to surrender to what he feels, and to allow you to see who he truly is, without reservations or masks. Angels show that gradually this person begins to understand that real love does not require perfection but acceptance. They start to grasp that the love they feel for you is a force that pushes them beyond their comfort zone, makes them want to confront their fears and limitations that have prevented them from fully opening up. And at the same time, they see that you accept them just as they are, with all their imperfections and uncertainties, something they had not experienced before. This kind of love is both fascinating and frightening to them, as it means revealing themselves, making themselves vulnerable in front of someone who sees their flaws and still chooses to love them. This discovery is not easy for them, but it is profoundly transformative. Angels show that every step on this path, every small progress, is a reflection of the divine love guiding both of you. The power of this feeling begins to dissolve barriers, and they notice that even if they try to escape, a part of them is always drawn to you. This is the power of true love, which does not diminish with time or distance, but strengthens in the depth of what it represents. They feel that even in moments of uncertainty, there is something in you that calls to them, that envelopes them, and that makes them want to continue this journey, even if they do not know exactly where it leads. Angels reveal that this person is undergoing a spiritual purification process, where each layer of personality is uncovered and faced. They begin to question old patterns, evaluate their choices, and realize that many of their fears are based on past experiences that have nothing to do with you. This awakening helps them understand that to live the love they feel, it is necessary to detach from beliefs and inhibitions that have kept them stuck for so long. It's as if they are finally ready to let go of what no longer serves them, to make room for a love that truly liberates and transforms them. Every day they notice that their presence is a call to live fully, to experience love in its purest and most real form. The angels say that this transformation process is not just about your relationship, but also about their personal evolution. You are the catalyst that awakens in them the desire to become a better person, to reconnect with their core, and to allow themselves to be truly loved. This love is not easy. It requires courage, patience, and above all, belief in how you both feel, belief in the path you have chosen to walk together, and belief in the divine purpose that unites you. The angels ask you to continue trusting in this process, as every moment of waiting, every silence, and every apparent distance are part of a larger plan. Each pause, each step at their own pace, has a reason, and the angels assure that everything happens as it should. Patience is required so that both can tune into the same frequency, so that this connection can grow in a healthy and sustainable way. And as this person continues their journey of self-exploration, you will learn to trust in the power of love, to understand that we don't always need to know all the answers, and that sometimes the greatest expression of love is simply being present. Angels want you to know that this connection is protected, that there is a higher power taking care of every detail, every little synchronicity that brings you closer. What you feel for that person is true, and it doesn't matter how many times they pull away, there is always something that brings them back. The bond between you is strong enough to overcome any challenges, and angels ask you to keep believing, to keep your heart open and receptive, as the future reward is worth all the patience and dedication you have shown. The transformation of that person is just the beginning of something much greater. They are still learning to deal with their own emotions, to understand how important you are in their life, and to acknowledge that true love is not based on perfection, but on understanding, acceptance, and mutual growth. This process may be slow but deep, and angels ask you to trust divine timing, to believe that each step of this journey has its purpose, and that eventually, you'll be ready to live this love in its fullness. As this person delves into this spiritual and emotional awakening, they begin to realize that you are not just someone who entered their life to fill a void. You are a soul with whom they share a rare and powerful connection that transcends everyday experiences. The angels reveal that with each new discovery, they feel that there is something deeper between you, something indescribable that makes them want to approach, explore, and live this love in all its intensity. But this requires them to face their own fears, their own doubts, and the angels are by their side, encouraging them to trust this feeling that has been so difficult for them to express. By their side, she feels her life touched by a greater force, that something divine guides and instructs every step. In the silence, she begins to understand that every encounter, every conversation, and even every temporary farewell has served to strengthen your connection. This realization helps her understand that true love is not one that breaks in times of difficulty, but one that deepens, takes root in the soul, and becomes unwavering, even in the midst of storms. The presence of angels is constant, guiding her towards the clarity and peace she needs to finally surrender to this truth. This journey of self-exploration transforms her way of seeing love, relationships, and herself. She begins to grasp that the difficulties and challenges that have arisen between you two are actually opportunities for growth. Moments that have made her look within and confront aspects of her own personality that she has been avoiding. The angels reveal that as she goes through this process of healing and maturity, the love she feels for you becomes clearer, truer, and stronger. She understands that to fully live this love, she must leave behind her uncertainties and fears that have prevented her from surrendering thus far. What the angels want you to know is that this person is finally ready to take a step towards you. She feels she can no longer ignore her feelings, that the love between you two is too great to suppress. It feels like she is awakening to a new consciousness, where the fear of hurting or losing control gives way to unwavering faith in what you share. Although there may still be moments of hesitation, she feels ready to live this love, to allow herself to feel, without reservations, all that her heart already knows. This moment of change brings with it a new way of seeing life and the possibilities it offers. The presence of angels has helped this person see that love does not have to be complicated, that there is no need to suffer or fight to prove their feelings. On the contrary, true love is light, kind, and full of trust. By their side, they feel peace, and this tranquility encourages them to move forward, leaving behind everything that limited them and opening their heart to what truly matters. Step by step, the angels guide them, showing that this journey is more than just a romance. It is an opportunity for growth, spiritual development, and deep connection to the divine. They reveal that as this person moves towards you, they learn to appreciate every moment, enjoy the small joys, and recognize that love is a powerful force that heals, liberates, and transforms. The love they feel for you is the greatest gift they could receive, and they now understand that they have been led to you for a greater purpose, a purpose that extends beyond what the eye can see. This revelation shakes them because it makes them realize that God did not place you in their life just to fill a void, but to be a light that guides, inspires, and helps them become the person they always wanted to be. The angels show that they feel immense gratitude towards you, for everything you represented and represent in their life. Even though they may not have always been able to express their feelings, know that every gesture of yours was a source of healing, comfort, and hope. They understand that the love you share is rare, it is divine, and it is something that should be nurtured and cherished with patience and dedication. But the angels also remind that this love requires courage. Courage to face one's vulnerabilities, overcome internal obstacles, and embrace the unknown. This person knows that in order to be by your side, they must let go of old ways, thought patterns that have limited them, and fears that have prevented them from being completely happy. They feel that this change is inevitable and that even though it may be a challenging process, it is the only way to live love in its purest and most real form. The angels ask you to stay strong, to keep believing, as the future will bring a new chapter, full of moments that celebrate the beauty of this union. They show that every step taken so far has been essential for both to grow, mature, and prepare for what the future holds. This love is not ordinary, it is not fleeting. It is a love meant to last, to overcome difficulties, and to become a source of inspiration for both. This person is about to take the next step, finally allowing themselves to live this love without fear, without reservations. And when this happens, you will realize that every moment of waiting, every experience challenge, and every doubt overcome have been worth it. The love you share is a blessing, a divine gift, ready to flourish in its fullness now. The angels ask you to receive this moment with an open heart, to be ready to embrace this new phase with joy, gratitude, and certainty that everything is progressing as it should. In front of you lies a rebirth for both of you. You will be more connected to each other, aware of what you mean to each other, and ready to live this love in the highest possible way. In this moment, angels continue by your side, guiding, protecting, and celebrating every small step in this journey of love, healing, and transformation. This is the beginning of a new chapter, where love, understanding, and belonging are forces that guide every step. The angels show that with each obstacle overcome and each truth revealed, this person has ultimately gained an understanding of what you truly mean to him or her. He or she understands that the love between you is like a flame that illuminates, warms, and transforms, a connection that cannot be explained by words but must be felt and lived with the depth demanded by the heart and soul. This love, guided by divine forces, has brought not only happiness but also purpose, a mission that you were privileged to share. With a more open and trusting heart, this person now desires to build a stable future beside you, where love and spirituality go hand in hand, where every challenge is seen as an opportunity to further strengthen this connection. The angels reveal that he or she sees in you not only a partner but also a fellow traveler, someone who inspires them to be the best version of themselves, someone who brings light, balance, and peace. This deep and spiritual understanding of what you represent to each other is rare and precious, something that transcends time and space and continues to manifest in your life in unexpected and wonderful ways. Angels invite you to celebrate every step you have taken so far, every moment of understanding, and every display of love. Your journey, even though it has been full of challenges and discoveries, is a story of faith, patience, and hope. What unites you is much more than mere similarity. It is a soul's purpose, a divine call to grow together and support each other in all stages of life. And now, as you open yourselves to love in its purest form, you embark on a new phase where the blessings of heaven continue to follow you and strengthen every decision, every shared dream. This person, who once hesitated and feared, now understands the importance of surrendering to what they feel, living fearlessly in the present moment, and trusting what the heart already knows. They see in you the peace they have long sought, a healing love and partnership that overcomes all obstacles. Embracing this truth, they open up to a deeper, more authentic love, where both of you can thrive and move towards your destined purpose. Angels ask you to continue strong, trusting that the best is yet to come, that this connection is a blessing growing stronger each day. The commitment you are about to make is more than a union between two individuals. It is a commitment to the divine, a love that surpasses all human understanding. Angels continue to protect, guide, and advise you with each step, so that together you can build a love story that serves as inspiration, proof that true love is possible and that it is the most powerful force that exists. This journey will be full of growth, deep moments of connection, and a sense of belonging that few are privileged to experience. Now the angels ask you to take a moment's pause, breathe deeply, and feel the peace descending upon you. This is a moment to surrender completely to this love. Let every feeling find its place, and trust that what you share is real, sacred, and eternal. The challenges you have faced so far have only strengthened the bonds, tested the depths of emotions, and shown that nothing is stronger than true love, the kind supported by faith and trust. In this moment of celebration and renewal, the angels ask you to connect with your heart and write in the comments, "I accept and trust the love that the universe has reserved for me." This statement is a commitment to your heart, an opening to the future, and a declaration that you are ready to live all that this love offers. The angels are by your side at every step, celebrating every achievement, guiding you and your loved one to build a relationship that is a true blessing. The love you share is a divine gift, an opportunity to experience the healing, constructive, and soul-connecting beauty of love. May each of your steps be illuminated. May every challenge be seen as an opportunity to strengthen this bond further, and may the love you share continue to grow, bringing peace, happiness, and meaning to both of your lives. Your journey is unique, and the universe rejoices in the love that flourishes between you. Now, in this moment, having understood the depth of the future, imagine the magnificence that the angels bestow upon you and this connection. Everything you have experienced so far has been preparation. A calling. Something that surpasses the ordinary, the expected. Feel the power of this growing and flourishing love, and let it continue to transform your life in extraordinary ways, opening doors and elevating your souls to new levels of understanding and surrender. At this moment, the angels want you to commit to the final promise, a simple yet powerful act that reinforces your desire to walk alongside this truth and continue the spiritual support guiding each step of yours. Do not let this bond weaken or the power of this message diminish over time. By registering, you confirm that you are ready to accept what the universe has prepared for you, with an open heart and strong faith and trust. Press the registration button now and say to yourself, I commit to love, change, and the blessings brought by the angels into my life. Every touch, every vision, and every message from the angels are here to strengthen your journey. And by logging in, you become part of a community where everyone shares this pursuit of true love, divine purpose, and a life that transcends appearances. Allow yourself to experience something greater. Open the doors to a new dimension where signs, feelings, and revelations are constant guides. This is your moment. Do not hesitate. Trust the decision of heaven and click now, joining this enlightened path that only those with true faith have the honor to walk. You have already heard the call. Now one step is needed for everything to fall into place in your life.